Two innocent children, playing and falling silent forever. No enmity, no enemy. So who took their lives? And why? This story will touch your heart.
Every small town lives with the echoes of its memories, its joys, and its sorrows. Tiny houses, family gatherings, and the laughter of children in the streets all together create a world where every person has their own story. Some stories are filled with happiness, bringing peace to the heart and coloring life with joy. These stories remind us that every morning in life is a new gift. But some stories are such that clouds of pain gather in the heart, gripping the soul tightly and filling the eyes with tears. Stories that remind us how fragile and uncertain life is. And when those stories belong to innocent little children, the depth of pain grows even more. Today, we will tell you such a story, where two small innocent flowers, along with all the joys, games, and pure dreams of their whole life, suddenly disappeared from this world. This is the story of Lily and Jack Sullivan, two siblings who were the light of their world, but one day suddenly their laughter, their play, and their dreams of a bright future were wrapped in silence. This is the town where once children's laughter echoed, where the atmosphere was filled with love and happiness everywhere. But today, in the same town streets, there is a silence that grips the listener's heart. People still shed tears in memory of these children. The pain of their disappearance is deeply engraved on every heart.
Lily and Jack's parents' world turned dark in an instant.
The children they held in their arms, whom they supported at every step of life, are no longer the center of their love and prayers today. Their smiles and their words have now become just parts of memories. But the ray of hope still remains, that one day they will return. This story is not just about a disappearance, but also about the helplessness and pain of parents. Every moment, every day, tells a tale of their yearning, their search, and their hope. This story teaches us to cherish our loved ones and always be cautious so that no moment is wasted. Come, let us explore every aspect of this story, recall the moments when Lily and Jack were among us, and examine the circumstances that changed their lives. This is a journey of emotions, hope, and struggle that will touch the heart of every parent and every human being. Lily was a little fairy, only 6 years old, but her heart was filled with the love and innocence of the entire world. Her eyes shone like sparkling stars, glowing with countless dreams and hopes. When she laughed, it felt as if the whole sky was filled with light. Every word she spoke was gentle and full of love, and her smile could brighten anyone's heart. She was very playful and curious, always eager to see, learn, and play with everything around her. Her tiny little hands were often as soft as flowers, and she loved every member of her family immensely. Lily's little brother Jack, only 4 years old, was her most special friend and protector. Jack's world was incomplete without Lily. He always played with her, held her hand while walking, and protected his sister with all his little heart. Whether it was a small game or a simple matter, Jack always wanted to stay close to Lily. Despite his small stature, his love was very strong, and his heart was full of immense love and loyalty for his sister. There was always a special glow of care and protection on Jack's face when it came to Lily. Lily and Jack's parents had devoted their whole world to these two children. Their entire purpose in life was that these two innocent flowers would always remain happy, safe, and healthy. They worked day and night, endured every hardship, and tried their best to see smiles on their children's faces in every little moment. In their hearts, the parents always wished that their children would stay away from all the evil in the world, and that no shadow would ever fall on their innocence. Every corner of the house echoed with the children's laughter and play. In the evenings, when the family gathered together, everyone's hearts would be filled with joy listening to Lily and Jack's stories, their mischief, and their dreams. Their little joys, their games, and the love they had for each other painted a picture of a complete world. But these joys soon turned into a painful reality that shook this small family to its core. It was the evening of May 2nd, 2025, when the entire town was busy with its daily routine. The hustle and bustle of the markets had settled down, children were returning home after school, and parents, having finished their day's work, were heading towards their homes. On this ordinary evening, Lily and Jack were also spending pleasant moments at home with their parents. A gentle breeze was blowing on the rooftop, and outside, the sun was slowly setting, as if the day was bidding farewell to the shining lights with its weariness. Lily was playing while holding Jack's small hand, and their faces clearly showed carefree innocence. The parents were happy seeing their children's joy, holding a constant feeling of protection for them in their hearts. They were all preparing dinner together, with laughter and chuckles echoing through every corner of the house. These were the moments that perhaps were the most precious, but fate had decided to change them. But from the next day, everything suddenly changed.
As the night silence wrapped the town in its grip, Lily and Jack's laughter, their innocent words, and every sign of their presence vanished without a trace. No sound came, no news arrived. When their parents woke up in the morning and saw that the children were nowhere to be found, a fear overcame their hearts that was hard to describe. Silence engulfed the entire house, and chaos erupted everywhere in search of them. The townspeople were also frightened by this sudden silence. The streets that once echoed with children's laughter had become deserted and lifeless. Question marks hung on every doorstep, and clouds of worry loomed over every heart. No one knew where Lily and Jack were, or when they would show their lovely smiles again. It was this anxiety and helplessness that took hold of the entire town, creating a fierce struggle between hope and fear in every person's heart. A terrifying silence had gripped the entire town, and every eye was restlessly searching for answers to this disappearance. When the police received the report of Lily and Jack's disappearance, they immediately launched an investigation. The entire town was thrown into turmoil, and the officers began searching for the children by every possible means. They roamed the streets, searched every alley and corner, and went door to door asking questions. Every place where the children might have gone was thoroughly inspected, but unfortunately, no evidence was found that could unravel the mystery of their disappearance. The police conducted detailed interrogations of the children's parents, close relatives, and neighbors. Every answer was drowned in a heartbreaking silence, as if everything was hidden behind a veil of fog. Tears of despair and fear filled the parents' eyes, and their hearts were overwhelmed with anxiety and helplessness. They tried their best to provide any helpful information in the search for their children, but they themselves were engulfed in a darkness that seemed impossible to escape. With each questioning, instead of finding answers, more confusion grew. No clue was found that could explain the children's safety or the reason behind their disappearance. Everyone's heart was restless, but the answers were far away, like a shadow hiding from sight. This was the time when the entire town and the police were together trying to understand a mystery beyond their comprehension. Every day, every moment, the parents' yearning grew stronger, and their prayers were lost in the silent air. The people of the small town were deeply heartbroken and grief-stricken by this tragic calamity. They all knew that these two innocent children, Lily and Jack, were not just their neighbors but pieces of their own hearts. Memories of them lived in every home, and the echoes of their laughter were still heard in every street. The entire town had united like one family, with everyone sharing the same prayer, that these two little flowers would soon return safely to their destination. A deep sadness was etched on the faces of the people, yet alongside it burned a ray of light, a symbol of hope. Everyone, young and old alike, joined in the prayer that Lily and Jack would come back unharmed and that happiness would once again return to their homes. The neighborhood children were also troubled and sent their innocent prayers and good wishes for them. The media kept the story alive by including it in their coverage. Various channels and newspapers broadcasted the details of the disappearance and presented the emotions of the townspeople to the entire world. Reporters not only highlighted the gravity of the situation but also appealed to the public that if anyone had any information, they should immediately contact the police or the family. This media campaign not only kept the story in the public eye but also became a powerful movement to find the missing children. This appeal was resonating throughout the country, with people everywhere making others aware of the seriousness of the issue. On social media, people shared their prayers and messages of sympathy, forming a community united in hopeful determination to bring these children back home.
As days passed and the mystery of Lily and Jack's disappearance remained unsolved, various speculations and rumors began circulating throughout the entire town and even across the country. Everyone formed their own opinions, and behind each perspective lay a different story. Some believed that the innocent children had been hidden somewhere and were still alive, perhaps someone had taken control of them or they were in a safe place where plans were underway to bring them back. These thoughts sparked a glimmer of hope in the hearts of the parents and family, that maybe there was still time and the children were safe. On the other hand, some people began to suspect the children's parents. They raised questions based on the parents' behavior, their stories, and some minor disputes. These doubts and questions were often based on mere speculation, but their impact was profound. Some thought that perhaps a family issue or conflict was the cause of the disappearance, or that parental negligence or conspiracy was behind the incident. Such ideas further wounded the parents' hearts and shattered the entire family from within. The atmosphere in the town had become a heavy, tangled secret that was difficult to comprehend. Everyone was lost in their own thoughts, and every conversation reflected suspicion and uncertainty. What was the truth? Where were the children? And what was the real story hidden behind their disappearance? All these questions remained veiled, and finding their answers was not easy. This secret, which gave birth to new questions every day, unsettled the hearts of the entire town. People talked to each other, but a cloud of fear, doubt, and uncertainty hung in the air between them. Everyone wanted to know the truth, yet the truth was still missing, hidden behind a curtain, like a heavy burden too difficult to bear. After the disappearance of Lily and Jack, the police have made this case their top priority. Despite several months passing, they have not slowed down, rather, every day they work with renewed energy and dedication. Utilizing all available resources, the officers are making every possible effort to find any clue that could help uncover the truth behind this mystery. The provincial government, recognizing the seriousness of the case, has also taken a significant step to involve the public. They have announced a reward of $150,000 USD, a substantial amount, so that anyone with important information related to the disappearance can come forward without hesitation. This reward is a beacon of hope for the police that, with someone's help, the truth will emerge and these innocent children will be able to return to their homes. The police team is working tirelessly, investigating every possible location, reviewing CCTV footage, and gathering information through all available channels. Understanding the sensitivity of the case, they have also enlisted experts who are working on psychological and legal aspects to properly evaluate any potential leads. Every new clue, no matter how small, becomes a ray of hope for the police. Through it, they hope to unravel the deep secrets of this dark story. Their dedication and resolve prove that they are ready to do whatever it takes to restore this innocence at any cost. Lily and Jack's story is not just a tragic incident, it is a wound that serves as a profound lesson for every parent, every sibling, and every compassionate heart. It is not merely the tale of two missing children, it reflects every household where love, innocence, and hope burn bright. Lily's smile, Jack's mischief, now all captured only in photographs, and an emptiness remains in their parents' lives that can never be filled. This incident reminds us that the world is not always safe. A moment's negligence can turn into a lifetime of regret. Therefore, this story stands as a warning to every parent. We must remain vigilant, informed, and alert at every moment to protect our children. School, parks, outings, no place is completely safe unless we ourselves are cautious. If you have any information related to this case, no matter how small it may seem, please do not remain silent. A tiny clue, a minor detail, might become a ray of hope in this deep darkness. Your silence might push two innocent lives forever into the shadows, and your courage could bring them back into the light. The police and government have deployed every resource, but they cannot succeed without the cooperation of the public. The $150,000 reward is not just an incentive, it is a plea for someone to step forward and reveal the truth. Together, we must break this painful silence. Lily and Jack must be brought back to their homes, their rooms, their toys, and above all, their parents' embrace. Those innocent faces, once bright with joy, deserve to see the light of life once again. This is not just a story, it is a mission, a collective struggle whose only rightful conclusion must be the truth.